That's very interesting.
Nice to see all of you.
Actually, to take class from the home, it's a little boring. Now it's interesting way to take the class.
It is.
Yeah, that's
Thank you,
true.
everybody, for joining in today. It's lovely to see all of you. So good afternoon.
What is education? Books? Classes? Teachers? Schools? No. Education is not that. It's beyond this. Education is a term that we have grown up listening to since we were kids. Right from the beginning of childhood till this very moment, we have been surrounded by education and its need and importance. A luxury for the rich. A necessity for the bread earner. A dream for the underprivileged. An aspiration for the suppressed. A distant reality for the inaccessible. The primary objective of education is to impart knowledge. Education also has its fair share in building the thinking capacity of people's minds. Hence, education supplies people with knowledge and facts and also encourages them to integrate that acquired knowledge into practical and professional lives via necessary training. Education, thus, also plays a primary role in supporting the economic, social, and cultural sector of a country. It's a way to change the future today. The current education system can make people easy to lead, but difficult to drive, is either all academic, all physical, all virtual, or all costly. Also, it makes easy to govern, but impossible to enslave. We cannot win over the future by sabotaging our present with extreme disparity. Iiu takes great pride in saying that we're bridging the gaps in education system. We're not just academicians, but also practically oriented. We're not just limited to virtual classes, but also physical exposure. We do not dig a hole in the pockets of the students and their families. We're everything that traditional education hasn't been. Iiu has already implemented and promoting the MOOCs technology. When we talk about MOOCs technology, it stands for Massive, Open, Online Courses. The word massive is to be understood in the sense that 100,000 learners or more at the same time have open and equal opportunities to attend these courses. MOOCs are truly a tremendous technological leap, and what makes them so attractive is that they don't imply any cost to learners. Iiu has tied up with more than 100 universities to provide more than 10,000 courses to the students, free of cost, with the help of MOOCs technology. We're a revolution in the making, a wind of change. Education is much more charming and intriguing than the temptations of distractions unnecessary. Our education policymakers must look into the problem to make a better system, which is more practical, and provides hands-on learning to the students. Who are we? The International Internship University is a virtual university with state-of-the-art curriculum, real-life industry exposure, amazing student attention, learning-oriented resources, and most of all, a commitment to make the world a better place. Why do we exist? We exist to fulfill the necessity of the bread earner. We exist to help underprivileged achieve their dreams. We exist to fuel aspirations and accessibility. We exist to provide everyone the luxury of being capable of changing the world. We really do exist to ignite young minds and make them the torchbearers of tomorrow. For a better future. For the legacy of everyone who's left us. For the hope of everyone who's yet to come, and for the growth of everyone who walks this beautiful planet. We invite you to join our world-class educational team and platform with an altruistic dedication to creating the future. The change is so big that it would potentially impact millions across the world. Millions of children and youth around the world cannot wait any longer. Please join us in our effort to create the virtual learning generation of Iiu. We're Iiu, we're change. Welcome to our world, a new tomorrow.
So everyone, a big hello, greetings, hola, bonjour, konnichiwa, mabuhay, salam, namaste. A big welcome to all erudite members from the Iiu board, our respected and honorable keynote speakers, guests, and our lovely audience. Thank you so much for joining us this lovely afternoon in India, and whatever time of the day your part, we wish you as for that. So it's a good morning, good afternoon, good evening for all of you. A humble request, I would request all of you to be on mute mode, otherwise there could be a lot of distractions. So once again, a big welcome. Thank you for joining us. Gratitude to this program, which is Iiu, International Internship University Women Entrepreneurs Council. And we will be talking on deliberations on empowering the child, the girl child. Empowering the girl child actually means empowering the huge nation and the world ultimately. It is so good to see all of you. Believe me, I am super delighted to see all of you here smiling and, being there as a strong support. Well, I am Alka Mahajan. I am your program director for this event. I am the country director, Iiu-Wec, India. And I will be taking you on this journey, for the next 2 hours where we all shall be discussing, sharing, deliberating on ways to brighten up our girl child's future. But however, as per our tradition, whenever we begin anything good, let's pray to the Almighty for the success of the event and seek His blessings for the well-being of everyone on planet Earth. So divine benedictions. Let's take a moment, be silent and pray. Thank you. So everyone, we will be praying to God Almighty and in the form of a Ganesh Vandana. So we will play it for you and let's join our hands and maybe pray for all the souls on planet Earth who are suffering or who need our help, our support. And if we, through our prayers, can brighten up their future, let's do it. So presenting
Guru Sakshat Parabrahma
What a pious start to begin the event by seeking the blessings of the Almighty. Well, ladies and gentlemen, erudite excellencies, honorables, respected dignitaries, speakers, lovely audience. It's my honor now to introduce the team International Internship University to all of you. The strong support of IIU, who all are working consistently to achieve the vision and the mission by bringing the new era of education all over the globe. The inspiration of IIU, Sri Dandi Swamiji Maharaj, his blessings and guidance in every endeavor of IIU is indeed stimulating. Then next up are the two women of substance, Mrs. Roshni Lalji and Mrs. Andu Panditji, who are the trustees of International Internship University. The visionary founder and COO of IIU, Mr. Piyush Pandit, the man behind the success, a man of action, a man of vision, a man of dynamism, and a man of pragmatism. The co-founders of IIU, ladies and gentlemen, erudite personalities, Mr. Stephen, co-founder of IIU from Australia, Dr. Satnam Dwaichakar, co-founder IIU UK, Ms. Mona Angia, co-founder IIU Indonesia. The executive board members of International Internship University, Ms. Corina Sujtia from Romania, Dr. Kalyani Rao from India, Ms. Nada Ratkovic from Croatia, Mr. Prakash Lal Dwaichakar from the UK. The IIU President's Council, Dr. Pratibha Mishra from India, the advisory board member, Dr. Satnam Dwaichakar from UK, the Honorary Degree Board, Dr. Prachi Gaur from India, the HR and Training, Dr. N.D. Mathur, India Research and Development Board. The Board of Directors of IIU, Dr. Snigdha Kadam from India, Dr. Alyssa White from the US, Dr. Prachi Gaur from India. Dr. Prachi Gaur is also the Country Director of India from IIU. And Professor Dr. Chaplain General Eboria Usiholo Charles. He is the continent head of Africa for IIU. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it was a pleasure to introduce the team IIU in front of all of you. You all must also be curious to know about the International Internship University. And we did play the video, but here goes for everybody who's just joined in. So International Internship University is building a better, bigger, and brighter future for all young learners and is committed to providing better and virtual education to all the young learners of the globe. IIU is metamorphosing the conventional educational system by cutting down the additional costs and providing access to more than 1,000 plus courses and internships to their e-learners across the globe. IIU has been accredited and affiliated with the World Education Organization, which is WEO, and International Accreditation Organization, which is IAO, and has collaborated with all the world's top universities and educational institutions through the platform of massive open online courses, which is MOOC. International Internship University provides various certificates, including diploma, graduation, post-graduation diploma, post-graduation courses, and honorary doctorates. IIU has received many accreditations as per international standards for its innovation, the vision, the creative ideas, research, and white paper publications. International Internship University is building a better, brighter future for all young learners, and it is committed to providing better and virtual education to all learners all over the globe. We have various councils that are running for International Internship University. International Internship University, ISDG, which is the Sustainable Development Goals Council. We have International Internship University, ICE, which is the Council of Educators. We have International Internship University, IYDC, which is the International Youth Development Council. And of course, we have IIU-WEC, which is International Internship University, Women's Entrepreneurs Council. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was a brief about all that, but a little more about IIU-WEC. The say, Melinda Gates very rightly said that a woman with a voice is by definition a strong woman. The power of being woman is exquisitely enigmatic. A woman creates a life, a feat no other can. She has dreams, she lives for today, which holds the promise of an empowering future. However, a woman fights innumerable battles, takes stands, and yet she struggles for her self-worth, for the freedom to soar to heights not traversed before, to venture into unexplored territory and utilize her untapped magnificence. IIU-WEC, Women Entrepreneurship Council, recognizes and salutes the incredible skills possessed by a woman, respects their self-worth, and intertwines it with entrepreneurial skills to give a woman the power to create magniloquence and money with her skill sets. A financially independent woman who makes it on the strength of her being unstoppable, turning history into her story. Welcome, women, to the beautiful world of IIU-WEC, and welcome everyone, all the gentlemen included, to this beautiful world created by IIU-WEC. Because as they say, we are born to rule. We all have that uniqueness inside us, which needs to be tapped to its fullest potential. And we need to understand that. So now, let's give wings to our girl child to unleash the spontaneity, creativity, and give her the wings to fly. So before we begin with our program for today, and I invite my speakers, I would like to invite the president of IIU-WEC. She is also the co-founder of IIU from UK. And she is a woman of panache and grace, Dr. Satnam Kaur. Dr. Satnam Kaur, may we have you on the virtual stage, please? Okay. All right. Well, in that case, once again, a big welcome to all of you from me. I am the country director of IIU-WEC from India, and gratitude, gratitude, gratitude once again for being here with us. And we look forward to your deliberations on, how we can empower the future of our girl child to make her self-sufficient, to make her financially independent, and to give wings to her dreams and aspirations. So let me, ladies and gentlemen, introduce before you our chief guest for the day, our guest of honor for the day. Our guest of honor for the day, ladies and gentlemen, is Professor Nilanjana Singh. Professor Nilanjana Singh has over 30 years of extensive clinical experience at AIIMS, PSRI Hospital, Sitaram Bhartiya Research Institute, Diabetes Foundation, and the Heinz Nutri-Life Clinic at Delhi. She has created and headed the dietetics facility at PSRI Hospital for over 20 years. As a clinical nutritionist, she has been invited to speak at several national and international conferences, has been closely involved in creating awareness around dietary management for gastroenterological, renal, and urological conditions, including bladder pain syndrome. She has been associated with the WHO and FSSAI as a part of their committees and projects on nutrition and health. Mrs. Singh, Professor Singh, has more than 7 years of nutrition and health education teaching experience at the University of Delhi. In the past, she has run for several years an online health portal with some of India's leading medical experts in medical service. Professor Nilanjana serves on the advisory board of some of the top websites on health as well as nutrition. She has also been a weekly health columnist for the Morning Standard and the Indian Express for many, many years, and she writes regularly for several national dailies and digital platforms. Her best-selling books on nutrition, Our Kids Eat Everything, Why Should I Eat Healthy, Fight Cancer with Flavor, The Pink Book and the Orange Book, and the technical and operational guidelines for the diagnosis and management of GDM, which has been published by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare Government of India. So, Professor Nilanjana Singh, a warm, warm welcome from all of us to you. And thank you for joining in. You're traveling and you're in your car, but thank you so very much for your gracious.
Thank you so much, Alka Mahajan, for that very kind introduction. And I want to say I feel very privileged and honored to be part of this illustrious group that you have got together. It's amazing to see how diverse the group is and how vibrant it looks. So I look forward to the deliberations, which are going to be listening to all of you. But thank you for giving me that little opportunity to talk to you and just give you a minute of what I feel that the equal future for the girl child should be. And as you know, when you...
Can we see you? Can you be
actually, the internet connection is a little unstable. Okay. So that is why I just turned off this.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So I thought it might be better to just hear my voice rather than see me in this mask. And it's actually raining very heavily right now here. So maybe you'll get some disturbance. But let me quickly come back to the event that you're hosting today. And let me tell you that building an equal future for the girl child, the girl child is the pride and the future of the nation. Many times, this pride and future of the nation, the girl child, gets somewhere not getting that kind of attention that one requires to give it. It's because when you think about the future of the nation, what happens is the economy and economic progress tends to take center stage. And what happens is you get overlooked the other aspects of economic progress or progress of a nation gets overlooked. And that is why I think this is so important what you're doing today, how we can make this empowerment of the girl child an important and critical step in the progress of a nation, how you're going to deliberate and talk about it. It's a very, very important subject. So let me just quickly give you the link from progress of a nation and the girl child, let me just give you quickly the kind of lens that I see it from. Can you hear me, Dr. Halka?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you clearly. We can hear you clearly.
Okay, okay. So let me give you the nutrition perspective. Nutrition and a healthy diet, according to me, lies at the core of wellness. And sadly, what I see today, even in very reasonably well-off homes, there is gender discrimination as far as food is concerned. And I don't want to dwell too much into this kind of discrimination that I see. It actually pains me to see that this is happening. And I talk about it because I want to sensitize everyone about the consequences that such acts can have. Because I want to say what our actions are today are really the future of the nation, the future that we will see. So our actions today are very important. We need to pay attention to our actions. And when there is a poorly nourished girl, she becomes a poorly nourished mother, giving birth to low birth weight babies who are handicapped for life because, you know, the programming, the health programming happens in the womb. And they are going to be prone to infections, to heart disease, to diabetes. And that is why it is so important that we start right from the start. So the girl child, from the moment that she's born, needs that little attention. And we need to sensitize the world that we need to give them equal right to food, and make this lasting investment for our future. This is an investment, long-term investment. It's not short-term, but long-term, and it will pay rich dividends. A well-nourished girl child can concentrate better, learn better, and definitely this is the way to pave a better future for her. So I would just like to end with this, saying that giving equal right to nutrition, a better nutrition, is the way I see to better education. And this is the first step, according to me, that will empower the girl child, and it will empower us to build a healthy nation and a healthy future. Thank you so much for listening to me. And I hope it wasn't too much disturbance that you had.
No, no, none at all, ma'am. There was no disturbance. And as always, you know, it's always a pleasure to listen to you. I mean, I'm a big fan of yours. Thank you so much for those powerful words. Very rightly said that, you know, the kind of investment that we make in the girl child from the very beginning, if we give that little attention to her, you know, and we are persistent and consistent with our attention that we give to the girl child, then, you know, the brighter will, the future will definitely look brighter, better, because we will actually, ensure a healthy and bright future, not only for ourselves or our girls, but the entire universe, the entire global community. Thank you so much. Always a pleasure to listen to you, and gratitude from the bottom of my heart from International Internship University Women's Entrepreneurship Council. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for making me part of this illustrious group. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
and
ma'am.
I
And
look
you have
forward
to be here forever now. Now you are
I feel privileged and honored to be part of this. And I am a big fan of yours, Alka
Thank you,
Mahajanji.
ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye. So
Bye-bye.
thank you for
ma'am.
listening to me.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye, ma'am. Well, after our lovely guest of honor, let's move on to our next lovely speaker, you know, for this event. A very dynamic personality. She is the principal of Navodaya English High School and Junior College, Thane, from Maharashtra. She's a humanitarian, a social activist, an innovative, dynamic leader who believes in team spirit for the best outcomes. She never does anything without her team. Even if it's one single photograph, she will ensure that her team is with her in everything that she does. She has won loads and loads of honors. She's been a part of so many programs, national as well as international. If I start enumerating all of them, we will just go on with that. But just to give you a little more idea about her, she's an education administration and leader. She's a school personnel. She's a teacher development trainer. She believes in team building. She believes in being a motivational speaker. She has a quest for learning. She loves, supervising all the activities, but she does it in her own characteristic style. And not only that, she is also the co-supervisor for the MSc students of Delhi University. Long line of credentials. Let's welcome on this virtual platform, Dr. Ushavati Shetty from Thane, Maharashtra. Dr. Shetty, the stage is yours, my dear.
Thank you very much, Alka ma'am. Wonderful introduction, and it's always a great pride and honor to be a part of your show. Alka ma'am, you're so vibrant. I always love being on this platform wherever you are there. Sharing a platform with you is amazing. Respected dignitaries on the dais, it's a great honor for me to be a part of such a wonderful event where a few days back, we celebrated the International Day for Girl Child, 11th of October. And today we are talking about a girl child, empowering the girl child. Too good, wonderful topic. Women Entrepreneurship Council, a beautiful topic, Alka ma'am, and wonderful audience as well. The panel is beautiful. I feel privileged and honored to be a part of this. Alka ma'am, I completely agree with Dr. Singh. She mentioned about nutrition being a very important aspect for girls. Yes, the girl is the future. I mean, they are the ones who are giving birth to the future generation. So nutrition aspect is really very, very important. I completely agree with Nilanjana ma'am. And of course, when we say that nutrition is very important, giving birth to a girl child is also very important. We as a nation in India, we still have gender discrimination, which is very, very sad. We say that we are a developing nation, we are moving towards development, but yes, sadly, even today in certain rural parts of our country, they feel that boys are superior than girls. We do have that, male mentality wherein the boys are given more preference, boys are given more privileges, boys are given more opportunities. So on this platform, when we are talking about girls, I'm very proud to see the entire panel. I think 99% of the panel is all women here. And truly we have chosen a wonderful topic. So yes, apart from nutrition, I believe that awareness is very important, because until and unless the mentality of people change, it is very difficult to bring about change. And awareness is wherein we as educators can bring about change in our classrooms. As a teacher, as an educator, as a principal, as a leader of the institution, it becomes our prime responsibility to train and educate the future generations about the various misconceptions, or rather the superstitions that are happening in the rural parts. And it's not only about the rural part, Alka ma'am. I believe that certain people, even in high societies, even though they are highly educated, the mentality needs to be changed. So there is where I say that awareness is very, very important, because in today's times also, the preferences given in terms of skills, or in terms of education, or in terms of opportunities in a corporate world is more towards the men. Even when we are, in a corporate world, when we are applying for a job, they look at the age of the girl. Okay, she's just completed her education. Oh, in a few years she'll get married. Oh, if she's just married, oh, in a few years she's going to deliver a child, and then she goes on a maternity leave. Okay, when the lady's back from the maternity leave, the people, working around have already moved ahead, and then, okay, she has lost some months, some years. So will she be suitable for the role that we are looking for? So dear men, please look at us in a different way now. And also, dear women who are hiring, please look at it in a different way, because I believe that when we as teachers are also looking for new candidates, there have been many times when we have to uh, 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 bargain our way through to put forward the right candidate. So look at the credentials of the person, look at the talent of the person, look at the skill of the lady, look at the opportunities that she can bring to the institution, rather than looking at whether the individual is a male or a female. So we somewhere need to bring that change within ourselves. And as I said that we as teachers are about to bring some changes in the school itself. Yes, our students today are future global citizens of tomorrow. So whatever awareness, whatever changes, whatever kind of education you are going to give to your children today, that is how the citizens are going to be of tomorrow's society. And ignite the minds of young girls. They have the wings, just they need a push. They can fly. We say, even the eagle needs a push. So the girls, they already know their potential. It's just that you need to ignite the potential within them. Education is something I believe in. It really brings about a huge amount of change. Today itself in the morning, I was going through the WhatsApp videos, and Alka ma'am, I came across one. I can't recall the name of that lady. She is the first defense pilot. She has got into the armed forces, and the first lady to fly the defense plane. So that is a great achievement for us as an Indian, that an Indian girl has become the first lady to fly the defense plane. So we have talent, we have a lot of scope. It's just that you need to identify the right kind of people, appoint the right kind of people at the right kind of places, so that they in turn are making the right kind of decision. I always say, if the decision is taken, even the right decision is taken at the wrong time, it becomes wrong. So don't look at the gender, look at the capacity. Don't look at the person, whether it is a male or a female. The kind of growth the institution requires is all here. And even a girl is born with a brain. Every person is born with a brain. So everything is mentally sorted if the person is on the right track, right kind of education, right kind of skills, right kind of talent, right kind of potential, and a wonderful new tomorrow. A lot of possibilities. It's just that we need to identify them, we need to encourage them, we need to polish their skills, we need to give them the opportunities. And girls are really going places. We ourselves are in this panel, we are doing really very well. Whatever happening in the personal life, or whatever is happening in the professional life, we are really doing wonderfully well. And we have the potential to make sure that we can give that to the others as well. So encourage young girls, encourage young minds, give them the opportunities, because if we as women don't back the girls, it is not easy for them to move ahead. So on that note, Alka ma'am, thank you very much for making me a part of this wonderful platform. It was a great experience sharing my thoughts and views with you. Thank you very much. Over to you, Alka ma'am.
Thank you. Gratitude, Dr. Ushavati Shetty. You are amazing. And I just love the fact that you talked of two important things that I also strongly believe in. Number one, you said awareness. That is true. We really need to ignite that awareness. I mean, it shouldn't just be lip talk. We should actually act as per that. And giving our own girls, our own women chances. If we can, if we have the power, I think we should empower further rather than cutting people to size, rather than cutting our own clan to size. I think that's very important. And the fact that you mentioned mindset, it's all here. I think that's so true, because mindset, if we get out of our rigid, fixed mindset, miracles can happen, and what all a woman can do, perhaps no one knows. But you just give her the wings to fly and she will just fly. She'll just go places unimaginable. So it's very important that mindsets change and certain rules around that. I think it's high time now with the pandemic, we have started changing a lot of things. And this is for everybody. We've started changing so much. Why can't we change our mind? to also invite newness. Why? Let's do away with rules or, norms which are all obsolete, I would feel. Like Dr. Shetty very nicely mentioned, why should there be any kind of discrimination when we are seeking jobs? If it's a young girl, why should we deny her the opportunity to begin somewhere? Or if she's an experienced person, why should we let her go when she's still going strong? I mean, if she's reached a particular age when they say that you have to retire, why? Why can't she still go on if she's still good at it? So I think these are certain things that we really need to work at. Thank you so much, Dr. Shetty. It was an awakening, deliberations which you put forth on this virtual stage. And I'm sure, everybody agrees with you 200%. So thank you so very much. Absolutely a delight to have you here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alka ma'am.
You are amazing. Thank you. Thank you. And now I would like to move on to our very next speaker. Our very next speaker is an educator, a creative, resourceful trainer and administrator with 15 years of varied instructional experience and a vast experience of last 6 years on the digital education. Resource person, guest speaker, AIEF, published author, Microsoft certified innovative teacher, Google certified teacher, level 1 and level 2, Google certified trainer, recipient of many prestigious awards for work in the field of education, raconteur and podcast creator, blogger, soft skill trainer, career coach, image consultant, content developer, leader and founder, GEG, Punjab and Amritsar. She is Dr. Narjeet Kaur. Dr. Narjeet Kaur, a warm welcome to you, my friend. Thank you for being here today, and it is absolutely a delight to be introducing you to everyone on this virtual platform. Dr. Narjeet, it's over to you now.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I feel so privileged, actually honored, I would say, to be a part of such esteemed group. And what a beautiful topic that we are discussing today. What beautiful thing we are discussing today. Alka ma'am, before I begin with my deliberation, or your energy is contagious. As Urvashi also pointed out, your demeanor is so vibrant. It's always a pleasure, and I'm always glad to be sharing some or the other platform with you. Wherever we meet, it's always a pleasure. You're always smiling and always so vibrant. So beautiful interactions we have. We have had many in the past, and I'm looking forward to many in the future as well. So,
thank you so much, Dr. Narjeet. Thank you.
And ma'am, I just submitted a paper, today in the morning by 6 or 7, I submitted a paper, a research paper to Chandigarh University titled Substantial or Sustainable Development Achievements through Women Empowerment, Gender Equality and Equity, right? And while I was doing that, while I was doing the research for the paper, while I was writing my, thoughts for the paper, what I faced and what I felt was that we are facing a learning crisis, which is leading to skill crisis, which is a huge, problem for me when I talk about skills, when I talk about development, when I talk about digital, when I talk about technology. For girls and women, this crisis actually is including all those difficulties, which I will say is making them access the quality learning opportunities, especially as everybody was talking about mindset. So the mindset is that the opportunities for girls in STEM like science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, this is a traditional area ascribed to boys or dominated by men, and the girls have lower level of achievements in the digital skills, which I जिसको कहते हैं ना सिरे से निकारना. So I do that. I do not even want to think about a world where women will not be a part of digital or science or engineering or mathematics. As Urvashi just pointed out also that there was a girl, the first defense pilot. What more do you expect of us? The very fact that we are sitting here and discussing what women can do is such an insult to the intelligence of each one of us who is sitting here, we do not need a world wherein we have to go on and discuss and keep on pointing out the facts that we are important, that we are an integral part of this society, that we also can have equal level of achievements in wherever we are in digital skills or whichever the skills is. So this education system, because I am an educator, I'm an administrator, I'm a trainer, I come from education system. So I think education systems have allowed gender divides to be, to be disproportionately affect especially the marginalized girls. So while girls, they feel that they tend to outperform boys in reading skills in most regions, but I feel, yes, they outperform them, but they also outperform them. They are just underrepresented in amongst the top performers in the STEM subjects, and girls continue to be underrepresented in the STEM workforce. And this is a tremendous waste of a talent, a girl's potential, the way she can move in the world, everything. So this underrepresentation of girls in STEM is deeply rooted in the unequal gender norms that tell us that girls are not cut out for these subjects. They do not have, what do they call? They do not have that kind of problem solving ability. They do not have inquisitive mind. Oh, please give me a break. When you talk about that, I don't feel like even going into that deliberation. I don't even feel like saying things from my mouth, which takes down the importance of girls in this field or in any field for that matter. So girls always, they deserve to access an education that prepare them for the jobs of the future, to be ready and equipped to participate in the digital revolution that is going on, right? To give all the girls an opportunities to learn, to achieve, and to excel in all these subjects, we need to reimagine the education system, education priorities, where this gender responsive learning happens in every classroom, right? Now, because I am a trainer and everything, and I am really I am very fond of digital world, and we all have been there for the last 1.5. We were forced to. Many were already there. I've been there for the last 6-7 years. So in addition to this STEM gender divide, I also see there is a digital divide in the largest generation, in the this youth generation that the world is having, and in all these things, achievements of the girls and women, they go beyond every skill that men have had the opportunity to call their own, and they call it their own because they have had the opportunity to do that. So many people say, why God is he and not she? Because men made God he. We were never given an opportunity to give our thoughts on why not he, why not she. And then, that is how the things of male dominance began in our society. So in an age that is shaped by technological advances, having the know-how to operate will be critical to advancement of young girls, and crucial for their health, for their education, for their voice, for their empowerment. And yes, Nilanjana ma'am very aptly pointed out, even the global hunger index that was just out pointed out that the position of India in the world is really bad, and we need to take a lesson from that. And most of that index, most of the data that was collected is from the states, and it is all affecting women. It is all affecting women. So the intensive use of this the digital resources that we have during the pandemic, we had, and we're still having, this is what is the moment of change, a moment to advocate the gender equality in educational opportunities, and to identify key areas of acceleration that would lead actually to gender equality in all fields, be it education or be it their workforce, right? So this girls need, for me, girls need an education that goes beyond literacy and numeracy. ABC sikha di, ka kha ga sikha diya, 1 2 3 sikha diya. This is not educate. People think that because they have studied all this and they know all this, they can come and babble out ABC or alphabet or the swar vyanjan to you. They are literate. No, that is not literacy. Education goes beyond literacy and numeracy. So we have to equip our girls with the tools to equally and actively participate in solving the complex problems that or challenges that our world is facing. Efforts to prepare our girls, young women to equally participate in the workforce, including the STEM technology, given a kind of special place there, that needs to be accelerated, because we cannot afford to live in a world where scientific and technological solutions are are only given to men to do it. We must include our girls and women in that, and we have to encourage our girls to think as innovators, to think as scientists, to think as digital experts. Only then are we going to equip them with the knowledge, with the confidence, and with the creativity to address the major challenges in our communities. Why are we only talking about giving birth to babies? Why are you only talking about her? We have to talk about the girls participating in generating sufficient energy, preventing and treating diseases, maintaining supplies of clean water, food, solving problems of environmental change. There are so many things for the girls to do. And seeing this panel, we see that we have arrived, and we have arrived with a bang, and we are not going to look back, and girls are going to get lots and lots and lots and more opportunities to understand, to explore, to discover, to teach, to learn, and the desire to solve those complex, persistent, extended real world problems using practices which are unique to the science technology, as I call STEM, while maintaining that we are women and we are not only equal. You don't treat us as equals. We do not want to be treated as equals, because equals we are not. We are much higher than where you stand today. So that will be all from me, and that is what I wanted to pull up.
Wonderful, wonderful, Dr. Narjeet. As always, you always end on this very thought-provoking, optimistic note. But I love the conviction when you said that, looking at the panel, we feel that we've finally arrived, as I said somewhere in the beginning, we are born to rule. And I think that is actually the case, seeing all the delightful, powerful, motivated, self-motivated women on this panel who can further empower more women, and seeing your passion for digitalization. I feel it's right. We also need to equip our girls with the proper tools, so that, because they have to live in today's world, and they cannot say that we don't know how to use the digital platform. So it's very important that there shouldn't be any gender divide even here, though we're seeing it, but we have to still work at it. And there are miles to go before we actually get there. But yes, we have the conviction, and we definitely will. And as always, it was such a delight to hear you so powerfully, so convincingly, and with your own characteristic style and charm. I loved it. Thank you so much. And to all the people who have been, complimenting the speakers, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us today. Gratitude from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. It gives a feeling that yes, we can do it, and we can do it together. So thank you so much, everybody. And now, ladies and gentlemen, erudite excellencies, respected and distinguished audience, lovely audience, we have with us the president of the International Internship University Women's Entrepreneurship Council with us. She is also the co-founder of International Internship University from UK. She is a lady of panache, charm, grace, and poise. She is the beautiful Dr. Satnam Dwaitchakar. Hello, Dr. Satnam. How are you?
Oh, hi. My sincere apologies. Today we had the GTEC's biggest summit ever, in Dubai. Um, you can see I'm the delegates. My sincere apologies. Not that I want to miss my own, interpreter council. I would never do that because that is something very close to my heart. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to join for the entire thing. It's just because we're the delegates and we have to make sure we are prior to that. But like I said, for us, women empowerment, working with women, working for women's rights, working for equality, working for gender equality, there is nothing more, pleasing to the heart. There is nothing more that we want to do. As a women, we know, when we support each other, that power, that takes us to a different level. And where in the world, women are doing such incredible jobs. So, whatever support all our members have given us by joining us, by giving us all the back support that they're giving us, all the encouragement that you're providing, all the, I see a lot of messages. I see a lot of women who are doing such great things. So I'm so overly thankful for everyone for giving us this opportunity to create this council and look forward to working with each one of you. We do have a lot of extensive plans. I'm working with the royal houses in UAE, and Her Excellency, the daughter of His Highness, has actually given us the opportunity to join forces for our Women Empowerment Council. And through UAE and UK, we're getting some government aid and help for this council. So I'm so pleased to break out this news to you today. But I can assure you, it's not that we're sitting quiet. It's just that on the backdrop, there's a lot of work happening. And my sincere thanks, like ever, to Mr. Piyush Pandit for this incredible opportunity, to our trustee, Ms. Roshni Lalji, to each and every co-founder, Mona, Stephen, and Mr. Piyush Pandit, like always, and also every one of our board members, the entire IIU fraternity. We are so incredibly grateful to everyone and each one of you members that join us and give us that power, give us that strength to come and fight the world and say, okay, we are gonna get there, women, we are the change makers and we'll make it happen. So thank you so much, each one of you. At some point, I would love to come and meet each one of you personally and applaud the work that you've been doing and learn from you. For us, this journey is to learn from everyone. So from all of you, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. Really, thank you so much. So back to you. Thank you for giving us this appreciation. Thank you very much. You're very close to our heart. We actually treasure you in our heart. And we love to grow with you. So we will respect each one of you. That's all I can say. Each one of you, to make this journey beautiful and meaningful for all of us. Thank you. Back to you, Alka. Thank you, Alka.
So much for joining us all the way from Dubai. And that was, it's always delightful listening to you, and because you're always busy and we can just see that. But despite that, all the importance to the council. So thank you so much, and those warm words.
It is our first home. It's our first home. This is where we belong. So thank you. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And now I would like to invite our next speaker for this the event. She belongs to the world of broadcasting. She is a radio professional. She is a blogger. She's a poetess. She's an author, and she's a podcaster. Her matinee shows were always a delight. And even as the program director of a radio station, she did wonders. So on this virtual platform, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite Miss Neeta Iyer. Neeta, a warm welcome to you. And we are eager to hear your thoughts.
Thank you so much, Alka, for your warm invitation. And I've known Alka for many, many years. In fact, I think more than a decade now. And she still remains as exuberant, as vibrant, as vivacious as she has always been. So I completely second the opinion of everyone who kind of spoke about you as well, Alka, here. So thank you so much, for inviting me on this forum. And I deeply resonate with the subject that is being discussed today. It's very, very close to my heart as well. And I would just like to begin by sharing a quote from my mentor, Dr. Daisaku Ikeda, who is an advocate for peace, is also the president of the Soka Gakkai International, which is an organization which advances peace culture and education globally. And he says that women open the gateway. One young woman can open the gateway to great happiness and prosperity for many others. So I truly believe that a nation that cherishes, respects, and treasures women and girls will always, always, always prosper. And I also feel that basically, I feel we need to go beyond this concept of gender identification, because human spirit, qualities like resilience, skills, talents, they can reside in any being, regardless of whether the body is that of a boy or a girl. So this thing of patriarchy, casual sexism, looking at one gender as superior to the other, is so deeply entrenched in our society that when we make remarks also ki ladke aise nahi rote hain, that is also something so deeply entrenched that we don't even realize it's not intentional, but it's been deeply ingrained in us. And in my capacity as a programming director for one of the stations at HT Media, we did a campaign with UN Women. That campaign was called "Kaun si badi baat hai," which is you if tease a girl, "Kaun si badi baat hai." You don't allow her to work, "Kaun si badi baat hai." Or child marriage happens, "Kaun si badi baat hai." Or a woman is not allowed to grow at her workplace, "Kaun si badi baat hai." So we tried to create awareness, of course, to various platforms, including branding of the Delhi Metro, that badi baat hai, because regardless of the gender, every human being has the right, to live his life or her life true to himself or herself, manifest their potential, become happy, and do justice to this beautiful gift of life, right? So, badi baat hai. So this was the concept that we tried to, create awareness about through our campaign. And another thing which I strongly feel about is, while it's important to empower the girl child who will be the woman of tomorrow, it is equally important to educate the boys of today, who will be the men of tomorrow, so that they are able to live with empowered women without feeling insecure. So what is important is to encourage boys also, and boys and girls equally, to embrace their individuality, to move beyond this concept of gender identification, and to live a life wherein they are true to themselves. And I feel here conscious parenting plays a very, very important role. So what are the belief systems that the parents hold, that the mother holds? If the mother has been brought up in the culture where she always felt that she's less than someone, uh, and she's not conscious enough, so then she's going to pass on the same kind of training to the child as well. So what is important here is conscious parenting, for the parents to choose evolution, growth, make more conscious choices. And this is how conscious parenting, holding conscious beliefs, will lead to tomorrow not just women empowerment, but a conscious nation and a conscious world overall, wherein everyone is able to freely exercise their choices and grow and become. And that will obviously increase the happiness quotient also, when everyone is able to fulfill their dreams and manifest their potential, and they are living true to themselves. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share, and those were my thoughts. And again, deep, deep gratitude for inviting me and giving me this forum and this platform to express myself. And yes, so very grateful and very, very delighted to hear the opinions and the wise words of everybody here. Thank you so much.
Wonderful, Neeta. That was absolutely wonderful as always. And I know that you're an author, and words just happen. You have the gift of the gab, and you put your point of view very, very convincingly. And the thoughts that you said, especially about empowering the boys. I mean, we're talking of empowering the girls, but they also need to be empowered in order to live with an empowered woman. Because
yes,
it also needs to get ingrained in their mindset that they are living with an empowered woman. So this has to happen right from the very beginning. So a very valid point you made, and that point about conscious parenting, I think that is also something all of us need to look into, because once that happens, once we're conscious about what we're saying to the child, what we're doing in front of the children, it will really make a lot of difference. So
yes,
as always, wonderful words. And I have always been impressed by what you have been
Thank you so much,
honestly,
Alka. Thank you.
I
Thank you for the warm words.
enjoyed those thoughts. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm so happy that you could actually make it. Thank you.
Gratitude for inviting me. Thank you so much.
Pleasure. So, ladies and gentlemen, my wonderful friends, wonderful audience, dignitaries of IIU, everyone over here, let's try to give the deliberations a little break, and let's have a music maestro take over. You know, they say that music is the universal language of love. Music is the universal language, and love is the key. People who believe in music are the happiest people I've seen. So let's all clap our hands and stamp our feet from wherever we are and howsoever we may be, you know, even on this virtual mode. And let me invite on this virtual stage, the music maestro, Miss Ketki Singh. Ketki, the floor is yours now. We're waiting to listen to your melodies. Oh, is she not there? I did see her. Well, what sometimes, you know, people do get disconnected. All right, so in the meantime, let me share this video about the Women Entrepreneurs Council. I'm just trying to do it.
IIU Women Entrepreneurs Council is initiated by Mr. Piyush Pandit, the founder of International Internship University. He is the founder of Swana Bharat Parivar and chairman of Piyush Group. The Piyush Group has collaborated with many countries for creating tomorrow's entrepreneur. He created the Indian e-village. He runs an NGO that has rendered its services for the welfare of society. He is a successful entrepreneur. Mr. Piyush Pandit is a committed and inspiring social activist, a passionate educationist for the last 2 decades, providing education to students from various social and cultural backgrounds, possessing excellent administrative, verbal communication, and writing skills. He is a next-gen speaker and passionate writer. He has received many awards and worldwide recognition for his efforts and contribution to the betterment of society and in the field of education. His multifaceted personality and his creative pursuits are evident from his work. Mr. Piyush Pandit concocts the world's first virtual internship university during a pandemic, the International Internship University, the IIU. Women's empowerment is empowering women in all walks of life. Mr. Piyush Pandit strongly believes that every woman has a constitutional right to quality health care facilities, economic security, access and right to education, and political power. The economic and social growth of the world depends on the active participation of women, as they constitute half of the world's population. Mr. Piyush Pandit says that women are multitasking. Women are born to rule. The power of being a woman is exquisitely enigmatic. A woman creates a life a feat no other can. She has dreams, she lives for today, which holds the promise that she will make her tomorrows more meaningful. A woman fights innumerable battles, takes stands, yet most women need to struggle for their self-worth, for the freedom to soar to heights not traversed before, to venture into unexplored territory and utilize their untapped potential. Mr. Piyush Pandit thinks that every woman is an entrepreneur unknowingly from her birth. A woman is an innovator, a source of new ideas, a skilled, ready to take challenges, an initiator. In every woman, there is a hidden entrepreneur. Women are an instrumental part of entrepreneurship and will continue to lead change for years to come. Through their ingenuity, they bring economic growth, innovation, creativity, and productivity. They also inspire other women and individuals to become business owners. Women entrepreneurship is the process in which women initiate a business, gather all resources, undertake risks, face challenges, provides employment to others, and manages the business independently. Women entrepreneurship refers to a business or organization started by a woman or group of women. Mr. Piyush Pandit always had an urge to provide a platform to women entrepreneurs to establish and enhance business contacts, exchange business ideas and products, services, identify emerging opportunities for the domestic market, export promotion, joint venture, business collaborations, strategic partnership, and other business activities. Iiu Women Entrepreneurs Council is a venture by International Internship University by integrating women entrepreneurs from manufacturing, service industry, banking, finance, infrastructure, realty, education, entertainment, media, sports, healthcare, pharmaceutical, professional services, and other fields for development and enhancement of business contacts and growth. Iiu Women Entrepreneurs Council is providing a platform for women entrepreneurs to expand business reach, commercialization of unique concepts and business ideas. Iiu Women Entrepreneurs Council bring the opportunity for every woman on this globe to national companies, banking, finance, research, science and technology, education, entertainment, media, legal, and business consultancy firms to share their expertise, experience, and knowledge for the development of leadership qualities amongst women entrepreneurs, especially from underprivileged sections, and to the beginners. Iiu Women Entrepreneurs Council recognizes the incredible skills possessed by a woman, respects their self-worth, and intertwines it with entrepreneurial skills to give a woman the power to create magic, magniloquence, and money with her skill sets. International Internship University is giving an opportunity to every woman on this globe to witness the uncultivated talents within her to be the successful women entrepreneur by joining Iiu Women Entrepreneurs Council. Iiu Women Entrepreneurs Council will support you to become a women entrepreneur. We will teach you to earn by using your hidden talents to become a tycoon. Be the part of the International Internship University Women Entrepreneurs Council to recognize you as an entrepreneur, turning history into your story to
So I hope you enjoyed that little video. And now I see my friend Ketki Singh has joined in. I think she got logged out. So like I said, music is the universal language of love. And love is what makes the world go round. Love is what gets everyone together. So, excuse me. I'm so sorry for that little error, tech glitch. So I would like to invite my the music maestro herself, Miss Ketki Singh, and let's listen to a little musical, performance from her. And after that, we will continue. So Miss Ketki Singh, the virtual stage is all yours now. Thank you for joining us. And thank you for being here. A strong woman indeed.
Hello. Good afternoon, Ma'am Alka. Good afternoon to everyone. And thank you so much for inviting me here. Okay, so before the singing, I will begin with the quote said by Albert Einstein. The woman who follows the crowd will usually go no further than the crowd. The woman who walks alone is likely to find herself in places no one has ever been before. I hope I'm audible, ma'am.
You're audible. Absolutely. Ketki, you're audible.
Yeah. दीवारें ऊंची हैं गलियां हैं तंग लंबी डगर है पर हिम्मत है संग पाँव पे छाले हैं सांसें बुलंद लड़ने चली हूँ आजादी के जंग देखो आजाद है जीना मुझे देखो आजाद है रहना मुझे देखो आजाद है जीना मुझे देखो आजाद है रहना मुझे दीवारें ऊंची हैं गलियां हैं तंग लंबी डगर है पर हिम्मत है संग पाँव पे छाले हैं सांसें बुलंद लड़ने चली हूँ आजादी के जंग देखो आजाद है जीना मुझे देखो आजाद है रहना मुझे देखो आजाद है जीना मुझे देखो आजाद है रहना मुझे हो पूरी चिड़ैया नन्ही सी चिड़िया अंगना में फिर आ जाए पूरी चिड़ैया नन्ही सी चिड़िया अंगना में फिर आ जाए आजा रे आजा रे पूरी चिड़ैया नन्ही सी चिड़िया अंगना में फिर आजा रे Thank you everyone. Thank you so much.
That was amazing, beautiful singing, soul-stirring melody. It actually touched the heart. And the songs had so much of word and so much, related to what we are all talking about. Thank you so much, Ketki, for, creating magic on this virtual stage with your music, with your beautiful singing. I'm sure, this is a skill set by which we can empower girls, the power of singing. And this
yeah, exactly.
Thank you so much for
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you, everyone.
Doing that. Keep shining. Thank you once again. Beautiful. It was absolutely amazing. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you enjoyed the video, as well as Ketki's song. So we're all here because of the efforts of Dr. Piyush Pandit, the man of action. Hopefully he'll meet all of you at the end of the show. And before that, let's move on to our next keynote speaker. And again, she belongs to the world of broadcasting. She is a radio professional. She is a blogger, a podcaster, and she is a TEDx speaker as well. And she is a girl of the mountains. And today also, my dear friends, this exuberant, lively young girl has joined us from the mountains. I am talking of Jassi Dhillon. Hello, Jassi. May we have you on the virtual?
Yes. Am I audible? Hi. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Am I audible, Alka?
Yes, you are. Perfect, Justin. Perfect.
So thank you so much to IIU. I think the past hour and a half, hour and 20 minutes have been truly incredible. And I think since we are talking about girl child and like you spoke about the mountains, so I'd like to show you the view from my window. So, I don't know if it's clearly visible or not,
Well,
but
it was faintly clear, but yes, yes, we got
okay.
an idea that you're in the mountains.
Yeah, but what I've really understood, I think we can begin from the mountains and from the nature. Nature doesn't discriminate, and nature has no preferences, and we've all come from nature. So I think by virtue of that, this is the way for human beings to live. I've been in the media for 11 years now. I've been a radio presenter for 10 years. Currently, I'm working as a journalist with the BBC, and we make news bulletins. And also, I do a lot of voiceovers. And I've tried my best in the 10 years of my radio journey to use that medium to do whatever in my power I can, to do campaigns around, women empowerment and girl child. And I think a couple of points that I'd like to share today. Number one being that everything begins from home. So that I strongly believe in, yes, it's important to have discussions. Yes, it's important to hold forums, but it has to translate and go back to the grassroots level, because that's where real transformation happens. And I also feel that from that perspective, the conversation that we are having today, on a Sunday afternoon, taking 2 hours, it's Sunday in India. So the ones who are here and wherever you are in the world, taking 2 hours of your life, 3 hours of your life to discuss this. These are the very steps, change doesn't happen, one fine day we won't wake up and the world would have changed. That's not how things move. So I think dialogue moves people. Dialogue is absolutely essential. So I think that today's gathering is the very first step. And these kind of conversations and what IIU is doing are the first steps to bring change. Second point that I spoke about is everything begins from home. So how we translate what we discuss here back into our organizations and workspaces is the most critical aspect. Like, I can't talk at a forum like this and go back in my office and, not speak up for a colleague of mine. Doesn't work like that, right? So I feel that, this movement needs a lot of strong voices like the ones we have here, who can actually take solid stand on ground. So I come from a family that was a patriarchy, like father-led family. And I also have some friends in the northeast part of India where the mothers are the like caretakers and they take the financial decisions. Whereas in my family, all the financial decisions and several decisions were always taken by my father. So the third point that I want to cover is learning from each other's experiences. So even in India, like the situation is not very good, but there are communities and there are places and there are villages. There are villages in India that plant trees when a girl child is born. I think it's important to bring these kind of examples forward because like we are all human beings are, creatures of habit. So when we look at someone doing something like this, it empowers us also to walk the same path. Yeah. So encouragement and support is a very critical aspect. We've seen women in our country who did not have a voice of their own, but when supported by people like all of us, they went ahead and changed their life. And like they say, when you educate a woman, you educate an entire generation. And also there's a Chinese proverb that says, when sleeping women wake, mountains move. So this awakening of women, this change that we are talking about will happen with strong support and the right kind of people around us. It's not that people don't have the spark within. It's not that women don't know their power. Everybody knows their power, but they do not have the right circumstance. That's why when an NGO reaches a village and identifies a girl who plays football and supports, that girl goes on to become like a national football player. It's not that other girls don't have it. The real deal is support. And the support is essential because here's a gender that has been suppressed for generations altogether. It's not a 10, 15-year-old problem that we are dealing with. This is very, very deep-rooted, like other speakers also said. It's a deep-rooted issue. So I feel support and encouragement are very critical. The programs we do, the kind of conversations we have, whether in media. And I also feel that empowering girl child does not rest on any one a field. It's not just an educator's responsibility or a media person's responsibility. Empowering the girl child is the responsibility of every single human being, especially us as women, because we have our own experiences. So I truly feel that it's important to use experiences and learnings of other people, other communities. There are several communities, there are several people in India who are leading by example. It's important to share their stories so that it can encourage others. Yeah. And the other thing that I want to share is that the kind of support system women can offer each other. Again, going back to this point of experience, so when I see a fellow colleague of mine, making that, courageous decision, taking that courageous call of maybe, convincing parents to go out and study abroad, that sparks something in me that if she can do it, so can I. So because we are so dependent on each other, this interconnectedness we need to use. Because if we just talk, I feel like that's not enough. That's important because dialogue is where everything begins. But this kind of support is very, very essential. And for that, we should use platforms like radio, do campaigns, discuss in our public gatherings, events like this. All of this is extremely important. Yeah. So these are some points that I wanted to share. Just reiterating, one, we have to take it back to our families. Whatever we talk of has to go to the grassroots level. So what we say in front of our children, or what we say when we are in our family gatherings. I'm talking of women empowerment now. Maybe I go to a family gathering and there's another woman belittling a woman. There's another woman saying, "Humko to beta chahiye." What do I do at that moment is very critical. Because I can talk about women empowerment here and have a person back home saying, "You should not deliver a baby girl." So I think these are critical aspects that will bring change, because this is a this is a fundamental issue. And the last point I want to really convey is what Anita also conveyed, is that in case studies and in examples where we have seen families or communities or organizations where women are in the leading role or they're handling managerial position, the main point that comes across is they focus on the dignity of life. They're not focusing really on the gender there. So, when we focus on the dignity of life, about the quality of the individual, about the talent of the individual, then gender really takes a backseat at that time. And I think until and unless we don't focus on the basic human dignity of each life, whether I look like a man or a woman, we can't set this right. So, because the moment we bring the gender, we have so much of preconceived notions and beliefs and baggage of the past that it comes along with. So we have to look at as an individual human life's potential, go beyond this. This is what a man can do. This is not what a woman can do. Those distinctions come because of our past experiences or what we have seen over the years or over several years. So I think basic respecting the dignity of each life will help us move forward very, very quickly. So these are the points that I wanted to share. And I'm really, really fortunate to be here. Deep gratitude to everyone on this platform. And I think we have to hold each other's hand and walk together. We should be a part of such talks wherever in the world we may be. We should not let go of opportunities like this, and we should not underestimate the power of even a single dialogue. If you're on a bus and you're sitting next to a woman, talk to her, get to know her life. You have to do every single thing you can in your power, wherever in the world you may be, whatever position you hold, whether you're a housewife or a working woman or a man, do everything you can, because that's when we can bring the kind of shift we want to. Thank you so very much. Really, really grateful to be here.
Wow, that was awesome. I mean, thought-provoking, very powerfully said, Jassi, from the mountains, very powerfully said. I think the mountains bring out the best in you, and the way you have been sharing your thoughts and talking of something very, very essential. And that essential thing which Jassi made was that, dialogue is the beginning point, but yes, doing something about it in our own special little way will make all the difference in this world. So if we meet someone, even while traveling on the road or somewhere, and we have an opportunity to interact with that person, let's interact and let's find out. You never know, we might be helping or lighting up the life of a soul who just needs some warm words. And words have a lot of power, my friends. Words can heal. So let's try to do that. Let's take action, as Jassi very rightly pointed out. I think this is what we really need. And that point about at the party, we're talking about gender, especially when a woman is expecting a baby, and we talk about gender and we talk about it should be a boy child. I think that these kind of thoughts should actually come to a halt. And if we people hear it anywhere, we should try to do something about it. We can take action because we're all women of now, and we know how to, we will. It's not, we have the potential to change the world, and we surely will. Well, lovely that was. And now I would like to move on to our very next speaker. Our very next speaker is an educator. She is a PGT Computer Science and head of the Computer Science Department in KPS Alaknanda, New Delhi, with a background in computer science and management degree in educational research. She's keen in people and processes. She is a certified Microsoft Innovative Educator and a recipient of the National Award Effective Teacher by CED, Transformational Award by the Sharda University, and so many more to her credit. She strongly believes in spreading smiles, and she comes from Jammu and Kashmir, and she brings the flavor of Jammu and Kashmir wherever she goes. So I invite on this virtual platform, Miss Kalpana Sadhu Bhatt.
Thank you so much, Alka ma'am. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, perfectly, Kalpana.
Thank you so much, Alka ma'am and IIUM. It's an honor and privilege to be part of, huge gathering of galaxy stars, and especially Alka ma'am, you are, love of my life. Actually, you always motivate me, and the title and the tag you gave me when we were working together, and that still is in my mind, and that holds a special place in my heart, IT doll. So with that tag, I always flaunt myself, and I feel, on the seventh sky. Just in continuation with the what all keynote speakers said, I begin with a quote: "The only way to support a revolution is to make your own." I strongly believe to ensure the empowerment in true sense, what we believe in, like girl empowering, we have to build the scope and outreach for girls to make choices through the better skills, capabilities, self-esteem, and help them develop equitable relationships within the families, which is very, very important. Like, I would like to share one anecdote with you all. As a father of two girls, I can understand the struggle our father faced in fighting gender stereotypes and biases. With his determination, we were able to sail on the ship of success. So it's always my privilege, to, acknowledge my father, my mother, like they always, and I would like to share, I belong to a community, what Alka ma'am said, I belong to a state, Jammu and Kashmir, where especially the Pandit family, I belong to a Pandit family, where always we never faced any kind of gender discrimination. Like, thode time pehle, I lost my father, and all the rights, whatever my brother did, what all the customs, what all he could do for the father, we as sisters, we were part of that, all the ceremonies. We have been given the equal rights in our community. Girls have been given equal rights of performing all the rights. That is something which actually motivates, girls, and, that is the power pack for the girls who actually, are the part of what all the keynote speakers said. We generally believe that the major problems faced by the girls are the education, nutrition, legal rights, medical care, protection from the discrimination. But I would like to share one anecdote with you all. The theme for this year, Digital Generation, Our Generation, was for the 11th, which we celebrated on the 11th of October, International Day of Girl Child. I would like to add some, and you all will be surprised to know that according to UN data, the global internet user gap is growing from 11% in 2013 to 17% in 2019, and the widest in the world's least developed countries at 43%. Right? What ma'am rightly said, STEM, that is the, actually the terminology which we use generally for the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Globally, the percentage of female among the science, technology, and engineering mathematics graduate is below 15%. And in over 2/3 of the countries, which is a serious point that needs to be looked into, right? So what I personally believe, while the pandemic has accelerated the digital platform for learning, earning, connecting, some 2.2 billion people, I repeat, 2.2 billion people below the age of 25 still do not have the internet access at home. And to the irony, girls are also less likely than boys to use their own devices. So when we talk about the terminologies, technologies, and when we talk about the girl empowerment, it has to begin from the grassroots level. What ma'am rightly said, charity begins at home. We have to begin from our places only, from our families only, where we need to have the discussion. I have a family where I am, surrounded by male members only, but I always try to maintain that, my power, my charisma, my saying, like being a girl, what we can do. And of course, we have that power of sharing, that caring. Ma'am, I would like to add one more thing. I remember before this pandemic era, we have been invited for the Rahagiri that was there at the Connaught Place. That was the सोच सोच के शौच करो तुम सोच के. That was for the girls, actually, in the village side, where that was a nukkad natak that was hosted by my school, and I was the trainer for that nukkad natak. We we put over the things like in the village areas where girls still don't have a right, they can go to the toilets during the daytime. So they are the basic things where we need the power, we need to empower them, where they can feel like they are free, not in terms of technology, not in terms of digitalization, no. From the basic, from the grassroots level, we need to understand, and we have to empowerment. Like we have many initiatives where the government, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. Actually, we have to work for the cause. It's not like just for saying Beti Bachao and Beti Padhao. That is not at all. We have to actually empower, girl child. The girl child is an important pillar of a developed society. The rights, role, and responsibilities of women girls in the development of country is of high importance. Personally, what I feel is save a girl child and save yourself. Educate women, educate society. Teach a girl, teach a mother. When you educate a girl, you kickstart a cycle of success. It makes economic sense, it makes social sense, it makes moral sense, but it seems it is not a common sense yet. Thank you to everyone over there. That's all from my side.
Wonderful, Kalpana. Wonderful sharing. Wonderful. The data you shared was amazing. And I know because you are an IT person, and IT, like you said, I'm so happy that you're still cherishing that tag. And the fact that you talked about, you are still maintaining your own charisma, even though you are surrounded at home by menfolk. The way you're holding on to it, the way you're trying to change, bring changes in your own little way. I think that is the start of a revolution. And that is what we need. And that is why all of us are here. From the dialogue, we will go to that, and slowly and steadily, but surely, we will definitely bring that change, the change that the world truly needs in now. It was such a delight to hear you. And
thank you, ma'am.
It was nostalgia, actually, nostalgia, but I treasured each and every moment. Thank you so much. Wonderful sharing. Very, 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 very well said. Thank you so much, Kalpana. Thank you. Well, let's move on to our next keynote speaker. Our next keynote speaker is a career and communication coach, business strategist with an experience of 25 years. She propels her clients through expert rebranding, training, and coaching strategies that help them stand out from the competition. Uh, and in person, whether it be online or it be in person. She is a certified NLP, neuro linguistic programming practitioner. She coaches her clients with a focus, creating specific and engaging language, and activating the physical tools to communicate properly and powerfully and deliberately. So, ladies and gentlemen, erudite excellencies, please welcome the very beautiful, gracious, and ever smiling Miss Meeta Mathur. Hello, Miss Mathur. How are you?
Hello, and thank you so much, Alka. Thank you so much for this introduction. I'm so grateful and very, very honored and happy to be here on this platform. And I've been listening to these illustrious speakers before me and such wonderful ideas. I would like to begin with something that happened a couple of weeks ago. My daughter, she's an aspiring lawyer, and she was invited for an interview very recently. And as it happens in interviews, she was asked, okay, what does your father do? And she explained. And then the interviewer asked, and what does your mother do? Homemaker. And that was such a moment for her and my daughter. And she said, what presuppositions, what assumptions that a woman can only be a homemaker, only restricted to the kitchens. I don't need to tell you what a fitting reply my daughter gave to him. And that was the end of that interview. And she never joined that company. So, I would like to point out here is the seminars, the talks that we talk about, all the empowerment that we can do for the girl child is amazing and should happen. These dialogues needs to happen. But what needs to change at the bottom of it is the society mindset. And so many speakers before me have already spoken about the mindset. We need to develop, encourage, and sustain a society which is encouraging and supporting of an empowered woman. So Jassi ji very rightly said that yes, we need to train our boys as well as our girls to live in a society that is more supportive of each other. So how do we do that as parents, as a society? How do we support them? That remains the question. What I would like to say is let's respect and give a voice to our child, a girl child, even if she's 2 or 4, whatever her opinion is, however ridiculous or naughty or something that is unheard of. Wait a moment, look into her eyes and give her the respect that yes, her voice is important and her voice needs to be heard. And that is the kind of self confidence, self esteem you will be developing, that when she grows up to be a woman, she'll be a woman of substance and of strength. She'll be the warrior. Very recently, we celebrated the great Navratra festival where we celebrate the goddesses. We are a nation who understands and lives up to the strength and the courage of a woman. Let's bring that back again. Let's bring that uh, respect for a woman. And that will happen only when we raise strong, amazing girls. And as a mother of two beautiful and very, very strong girls, I do believe this is very important. Last night at a party, somebody said that the girls from army background are the force to reckon with, and they achieve a lot. And I was wondering back home, why was that? And that was the only reason that I came up with, was because they are given the exposure, their voice is being heard, they're given the exposure to do and be what they want to be. And when you allow them, and let me not use the word allow, when you encourage them to be what they want to be, they will excel in it. So with just this small message, I would like to end. Please let the voices of young, small girls, tiny little girls, give them the respect, give them that love, give them that encouragement and support that your voice matters. You will be raising amazing, self-confident, and fighter women. With that, thank you everyone and have a great day.
Wow, thank you. You know, the fact that you train, you're an NLP practitioner, it's truly evident the way, the soft way with which you're making your, beliefs, you're expressing yourself on this platform, and yet it's touching here where it should, the heart. That is the beautiful part of whatever you said. And yes, you talked so much about giving voice and being an unstoppable voice. So once that voice is given, that voice will definitely become unstoppable. And I think this is where we need to encourage the young children. And that incident you shared about your daughter, I think that is so powerful. And I think she did an excellent, remarkable job. So full my love, all our love to her. And I hope she keeps shining always. And may you always keep shining because you were absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much. Very soft spoken, very graceful. Thank you for that wonderful talk. Amazing, amazing. Well, I'm with you once again, my friends, ladies, gentlemen, excellencies. Now it's time to invite and move on to invite our next speaker, um, a young girl. She is a designer and she's also an educational consultant. Um, a very beautiful girl. She has her head, very sensible, has her head on her shoulders, and she comes up with some amazing ideas and amazing thoughts. Ladies and gentlemen, may I welcome on this virtual stage, Aprajita Tiwari. Hello, dear.
Hello, hello. My apologies, first of all, because I think the signal is really bad. I was waiting for my turn, and I think we'll have to make do with the audio. Is that okay, ma'am? Does that work?
Absolutely. No worries, Aprajita. Though if we could have seen you for a minute, it would have been nice, but never mind. As long as we can hear your powerful thoughts, Aprajita.
I am so fortunate, first of all, to be a part of this amazing event. We all know our attention span is really, in today's times is so less. But trust me, for the past hour and a half, I have been glued to each and every word that has come out of the keynote speakers. So amazing to be a part of something so powerful that feels so good. I'm actually blessed enough to be able to give my opinion, on this powerful topic. I think I have a point of view, but starting off with a personal experience. So as I was hearing everybody, I have myself gone through a lot of questions regarding, are you married? How old are you? Will you be able, are you planning? So an employer actually went ahead and asked me that, will you be able to sign a contract that says you will not have a baby once you join, at least for the next 2 years? So having faced all of that, my opinion stands on the fact that as much as we are looking at a goal of, woman empowerment or a girl child empowerment, actually the goal should be to sensitize the other people. So I think the girls are already sensitized. We know what power we have. We know the value that we bring into the system. But it is actually the others who need to be sensitized, who need to be educated in order to coexist with them. It is very difficult sometimes being a girl. I'm amidst, this revolution that has been taking place, wherein now we are aware of our value. Now we have a lot more freedom than before. But still, there are some deep-rooted stigmas, deep-rooted subconscious learnings from our experiences that have actually, caught on. They've not left us. So I feel as a part of something like this, so major, we should be able to educate the other gender more. I think the goal would be us, getting more freedom or getting equality in the society. But the way to do it would not be to actually give us something, but to give the other gender information, knowledge, awareness about equality. I think that in the very basic sense is missing. I still feel I have friends who are so educated, who have always worked in co-ed environment wherein there are women contributing equally or even more. But still, there are thoughts or there are things that they say that comes out of a subconscious learning, supporting a patriarchy of sort, and they don't know they are saying what they are saying or what implication that holds. But they just say it because subconsciously it is so deep rooted. Even for me, sometimes, there is something that comes out of my mouth and I feel, really, do we actually believe this? And then you go on to correct yourself. So I feel, my opinion would be that maybe this might take a little more time for us, now that we've come in the forefront, now that all the females are in the forefront. But it is very important that we start with the mothers and the fathers and the brothers and the sisters, because sometimes it's not the girl holding back, it is the others holding her back. So we know our value, but I think it will be very, very, very crucial in the education system. I'm a trainer, I'm an education consultant, and whenever I talk to students, I feel that it's important to remove stigma, talk about everything. Let's not hold taboo. Let's not hold, ourselves back on any topic. They should be comfortable in asking questions. Mostly, if we target them at a younger age, counsel families. I feel, it should be mandatory. Like health checkups are mandatory. Counseling should be mandatory. Every person should have a basic level of training, or like a counseling level that they've gone through in order to make this change in the society. But I think as of now we are doing a great job. I feel so many women out here are so inspiring. I think job well done and on the right track. Thank you so much for letting me put my opinion forward.
Thank you so much, Aprajita. That was wonderful. And listening to you after, let's say, almost 15 years, I think it was amazing. I've known you as a student, and I love that powerful conviction in your tone. So very well said. And I'm so proud of you. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts and your experiences.
Thank you so much.
Yes, though we would have loved, but okay. The tech glitches do happen, but it should not stop us from our whatever we have planned to do. So thank you for your commitment, and thank you for those very powerful words. Thank you, my dear. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to talk about the man of action, the dynamic leader, who has, has this vision about the International Internship University and all the different councils under it. So I am going to be telling you and talking to you about Mr. Iiu-Wec Pandit. Now, there is always that one person who has the vision, the thought, the idea behind a successful venture and organization. And if we talk about the man behind the success of International Internship University, it is none other than beloved co-founder of IIU, Mr. Iiu-Wec Pandit. A committed and inspiring social activist, a passionate educationist, from the last 2 decades, providing education to students from various social and cultural backgrounds, possessing excellent administrative, verbal communication, and written skills. He is a next-gen speaker and a passionate writer. The versatile Dr. Pandit is the founder of Swarna Bharat Parivar and also chairman of the Iiu-Wec Group. Words are not enough. They actually fail you when we're talking about his dedication and his commitment. Mr. Pandit, the multi-talented and very devoted personality, has received a plethora of awards, recognitions, and honors in acknowledgement of his contribution to social work, education, entrepreneurship, visionary. Dr. Pandit has just one dream, and that dream is no child should be deprived of education. Let's catch this little video, which will tell us more about the visionary, the dynamic leader, the man behind this magnum opus, International Internship University. Let's watch his video.
Piyush Pandit was born on 27th July 1987 in Pratapgarh, Uttar Pradesh, in a middle-class family. Piyush Pandit is that name who is recognized by his multiple work genres, an international social activist, award-winning social worker, serial entrepreneur, and founder of SBP Global. He has determined his destiny by having trust in him and Almighty God. Piyush Pandit is a diligent and passionate social worker committed to serve the humanity. Piyush Pandit has played a crucial role in crafting a team of volunteers and achieved global recognition as head of Swarna Bharat Parivar Trust, which span across more than 50 countries. He granted several live interviews and press conferences on rural development, access to justice, and the right to equality. Piyush is youth leader with extensive social work experience, political activism, and stellar entrepreneurial achievements. When you think of social work and changing the world by improving human experiences, Piyush Pandit comes to mind. He is proactively mentoring other social activists to encourage social activism and entrepreneurship around the world. He is working fiercely towards achieving United Nations sustainable goals in India and over the globe. Under the flawless leadership of Piyush Pandit, Swarna Bharat Parivar Trust was established. The organization strives to place the humanity at forefront and bringing back the human warmth which has lost due to busy modern life. They are fighting to ensure ending poverty, unemployment, and making society better for all. Rural India has been a focal point of Piyush, which gave birth to Help India Help Foundation. The social work continues and the e-village was established in 2012 to reinforce India's roots in villages and villagers. At the crux of Piyush's work is the youth. He believes that youth empowerment is closely aligned with social service. Piyush is the CEO of Piyush Group. The organization covers several industries, including renewable energy, logistics, real estate, and so on. Piyush Pandit has succeeded in scaling the growth of these organizations, and his work has taken them to the multinational level. Piyush is able to form and sustain positive relationship with people. He has received a plethora of awards and recognitions in 2018 with India's Great Leader Award, India Star Book of Records in 2019, GTF World Summit Bangkok 2019, Volunteer Hero, Awadh Samman Samaroh, Blood Donation Award, Environmental Sentinel Award, Yuva Gaurav Samman, and Literature Confluence Award. Piyush Pandit believes in the philosophy of growing together. His slogan is, "Let's grow together," and create tomorrow's entrepreneur. He has the vision to create a society that is based on freedom, equality, solidarity, diversity, and fairness.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that was the man of action, the magnum opus, this magnum opus that you're seeing and hearing about. The visionary, the founder, the dynamic power force is Mr. Piyush Pandit, a good friend and a very remarkable human being. Well, now we are almost at the end of our program, but let me now invite on the virtual stage a very powerful woman herself. She's a lady with a flair, and she does so many things. She's so many roles all into one. You know, she's an educator, she's a human resource person, a personality coach, a communication coach, a tarot reader. Besides her powerful roles in IIU, she's a country director of International Internship University. She's president of the HR and Training Council, and she is the vice president of IIU, Women's Entrepreneurs Council. I invite on this virtual platform the beautiful Dr. Prachi. Dr. Prachi, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Yes.
Thank you so much for the wonderful introduction. Namaskar
Hello.
all. Am I audible?
Wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Perfectly.
Thank you so much, Alka, for the wonderful introduction. Namaskar to everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning to all the respective country members. Today, it's an honor to have been asked to offer a vote of thanks on behalf of our organization and the entire management group here. I'm very hearty gratitude, to be honest, to our trustee, Ms. Roshni Lal ma'am, our co-founders, Ms. Mona Angia, Mr. Piyush Pandit sir, Mr. Stephen, and Dr. Satnam as well. Also extend my thanks to all the speakers for sharing their graceful words with us in today's conference. We have been fortunate to have renowned identities today from academic, industry, and other areas. I'm very thankful to all the participants of this Congress today. Also, I take this occurrence to thank the entire committee as well as the audience.
Dr. Prachi, we suddenly lost you. Prachi ji, are you there?
Yes, I am. Just lost my network.
All right.
Am I audible now?
Yes, you are. Yeah.
I take this occurrence to thank the entire committee as well as the audience for representing their valuable views. And I must remark a proficient sense of gratefulness to all our guests for sharing with us some of the finest management practices since Women Entrepreneurship Council. Yes, International Internship University and WEC is playing a very wonderful role among all of us. So yes, women is the power. Women is someone who is holding the backbone for each one in every single family and the backbone of the management in every organization. To all the participants of this meeting are all inspired by your highly sparkling words. We all are motivated. I've been listening and making the records today, so it was wonderful. And since Alka has been doing a wonderful job, so great, a big round of applause for her as well, has been holding a very good in the entire event today. And I'm sure that IIU will continue to get significant provision from the diverse groups in the future. We'll be coming up with great and different new concepts for all of us, one or the another day. And well, Mr. Piyush Pandit, ladies and gentlemen, an event like this actually cannot happen overnight. He's been working day and night for all of us. So the wheels actually start rolling weeks ago. It requires planning and a bird's eye for details. And that's what our project manager, Ms. Alka Mahajan, has been working really hard for this project along with the co-founder. So hats off to the entire team. We have been fortunate enough to be actually backed by a team of very motivated and dedicated colleagues of II University who know their job very well and they are result oriented. That's what actually really very important. So again, very thankful to the entire team who's been working, because someone who is working behind the scene is not being really recognized most of the time. But here on the virtual platform, the team who's been working day and night, salute to each one. And I cannot thank every one of you enough to to have their involvement for this actual event, for their willingness to take on the completion of this today's event beyond their comfort zone. They came up and being a part of this conference and sharing all their ideas, concepts, motivation, and new things being sharing, so that we all can learn and grow together. So a heartiest thanks to each one of you for being a part of this wonderful conference. So thank you so much. Thanks a ton from my end. And thank you all once again. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay connected through this virtual platform with us. And we will be soon connecting once again, where we all can interact, understand, learn, grow together. Thank you so much, Alka. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Wonderful words, as always, from the beautiful Dr. Prachi Gaur. She really encourages and inspires, and she's always on the move herself. And most of the time today, you're seeing her, put in a place, but normally she's moving and then she joins us from there. But it was a delight to hear you today fixed in a spot, because normally you're at a gathering or you're at some place and you're talking to us from there. So thank you so much. And it was wonderful. And what can I say? You are right that words are not enough to thank each and every one who has joined us today. Our lovely audience, thank you for those powerful, messages in the chat box. I've been seeing, and once in a while I put on my glasses and I had a look at those chat box messages, and I felt, wow, what powerful words, what gratitude. Thank you so much. It was such a pleasure, this Sunday, I think, is a well-spent Sunday. So many power thoughts, so many people coming together, so many, and we're all talking of one thing, which is the best thing, that we're saying that, yes, we begin by dialogue, but we're all actually going to see it through. I think we're all making a commitment to ourselves and one another on this platform. So may the spirit keep growing. And before we say bye-bye, I want to say these 3-4 lines. Let me live, let me breathe. Let me give wings to my spontaneity. Let me fly like a beautiful bird. Let me shine like the bright sun. Let me bloom like the candlelight. Let me be me. Let me be me. Free, free, free. Please give me wings to my spontaneity. Give me wings for my spontaneity. With that, let's hope that we can make this world a beautiful place to be in by empowering the girl child, by empowering one another and making this planet truly beautiful. With that, bye-bye, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. And as Dr. Prachi said, we shall be having so many more events in the coming days, which we will be sharing with all of you, with the hope, not hope, we know for sure that you will be here on this platform, being a part of all those events and being here with us, sharing your thoughts. So from me, Alka Mahajan, the country director of Iiu-Wec, bye-bye, take care, hasta mañana till we meet again. And remember, there is a hero always inside you. So keep it alive, kicking and happening. Bye-bye, everyone. Take care. Stay safe, stay happy. Bye-bye. Bye.